There are so many recipe burgers online and I do not want to add to the noise. So today for the test kitchen, I thought I would test out 3 of the most popular and viral burger videos on the internet. We're gonna try Joshua Weissman's Binging with Babish and Guga Foods burger recipes. We are putting together today's video in collaboration with Heinz. Now, not all these recipes call for ketchup, but I don't think a burger is a burger without some ketchup, and this is arguably the best ketchup in the world. And happily enough, a lot of these recipes do call for mayonnaise. I am a huge mayonnaise bleep that, and I love it in all my burgers. So when I saw it here, I was really happy, and honestly, nothing is better than the combination of the sweet and acidity of the ketchup with some creaminess of some mayonnaise. So all these recipes, we're gonna do variations of sauce that I think you're gonna love. This one is made famous by obviously Binging with Babish, one of the OG food creators out in the internet. And he is one of the best at what he does in terms of recreating food that he sees in movies. And he did the burger from The Menu. If you haven't watched The Menu, go check it out. It's probably one of the coolest movies that came out this year. And during one scene, the woman of the story basically asked for the perfect burger, and this is what he tried to recreate. And Babish had a really cool take on it, so that's the recipe we're gonna try. So the Babish burger, inspired from the movie The Menu, is a mix of lean brisket, dry-aged beef, and boneless short rib, all mixed in and blended. These are shaped into 6-ounce burger balls. The particular part about this recipe is that he makes his own processed cheese. Very impressive. A mix of cheddar, Gruyere, and we subbed out Colby for mozzarella for more of a spring. All this is mixed into some whole milk with some sodium citrate. You can also use some lemon just to coagulate everything. Blend everything until smooth and then spread it out on some wax paper. I could not get it as smooth as him, so good on him. For our sauce, we're just gonna use a 50-50 mix of Heinz ketchup and Heinz mayonnaise. Butter up those buns before using them. Then lightly smash the beef patty. He was trying to go for like a medium rare smash burger, so we will do the same. Then we're gonna add some thinly shaven onions right before flipping. Toast your buns and then finish your burger with some cheese slices. I know these aren't perfect, but they'll melt anyways. A little bit of water on the plancha, then cover until you get the doneness you want. I'm gonna double stack this one. So that processed cheese part was a little kind of like sketchy to make. We didn't have the perfect slices we wanted, but the end product is pretty nice. The good people from Heinz actually told us that the perfect way of eating a burger is actually inverted. That way you have a larger top bun to kind of catch all the juices. So we're gonna eat a burger out today. The original recipe doesn't call for mayonnaise or ketchup, but I think a burger is nothing without mayonnaise and ketchup. No spillage, I mean, that's pretty good, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. All in all, I think it's a good idea, because you can really kind of play around with everything you want to put in there. It's a pretty good burger. Let's do the next one. Joshua Weissman, known as the GOAT of the culinary world and fan favorite. I love his stuff and his burgers. He actually did a burger video where he does like tons of different techniques and stuff. So one of his highest rated burgers from that video was his Oklahoma smash burger. And he did mention that was kind of his favorite technique, which is why we selected to make that today. And it looks beautiful. For our sauce, we're gonna mix in some Heinz ketchup, mayonnaise, some mustard, and some pickled relish. He usually uses some gherkins. Thinly slice some onions and butter up your buns. We're then gonna put a lot of shaved onions on it, which helps make sure your meat doesn't stick to your smasher, so put more than you think you need. Smash this out as much as you want, just slightly bigger than your bun. Note that this will cook much faster. And then just cook it like the other burger we just made. I made it slightly bigger because in his video he did mention that he likes to spread it out a little bit. I added more cheese than he did, and I made a sauce for it which he didn't kind of explain, but I'm using our Heinz mayonnaise and our Heinz ketchup, which I mixed in with some mustard and relish just to kind of bring out all those flavors. But the result that we have is absolutely glorious. And for all the haters out there who's gonna say I burnt my buns, I didn't. I did it on purpose. I kind of want that char to really come through, especially with smash burgers. Oh, that's a burger. I like it because the patty is thinner, it's more smashed, there's some crisp, there's a lot of Maillard reaction on the burger itself. The onions are perfectly caramelized, the char from the bun, the char from the meat that you get. And the sauce really brings it all together. Guga Food is known as the meat guy on YouTube, one of the original meat guys. Now there's Max the meat guy, who I also really like. And he posted a video a couple years back saying this was the best ever burger he's ever made. I kind of like it. Double smash patty with a nice spicy sauce. Let's see how it goes. Guga uses an 80-20 beef blend. His sauce is kind of what makes his special. So Heinz ketchup, mayonnaise, yellow mustard, Brazilian hot sauce, and Worcestershire sauce. We're then going to smash 2 4-ounce burgers before adding our processed cheese and cooking them just like the other ones. So technique-wise, this isn't very different from the others that we've made, but this is the burger that's gonna prove that the sauce is absolutely everything. Inverted, one more time. Now that I'm trying this whole inverted thing, it makes a lot of sense. The Heinz ketchup with the Heinz mayonnaise, with the mustard, the Brazilian hot sauce, the Worcestershire sauce, the double patty, I like it. I kind of am missing a little bit of the onions. There are a few things that I would change, maybe by adding the Joshua style Oklahoma shaved burgers on top would kind of make this the perfect burger. When I was watching Joshua's video, he also did a steakhouse burger. Huge kind of cut 8-ounce patty. And we don't have all the ingredients to try today, but I wanted to do a variation of it using this sauce because it's so good. And the perks of owning a butchery is that you can get kind of like the blends that you want. So all the beef that we're using today is from Baligod beef, and it's all kind of like freshly ground. So I will make this medium rare, which shouldn't freak you out as long as you get your meat fresh. Now, if your meat's not fresh, then obviously don't eat ground beef medium rare. But since I asked them to grind the strip loin, the ribeye, and the brisket this morning, we can serve this medium rare. So this is a combination of everything I liked. I'm gonna be using the Babish burger blend since it had so much more fat. Let's weigh this out. That's 8, it's a big boy. Look at that, absolutely massive. So we're gonna use that, which is the weight that Joshua gave us in his steakhouse burger. Next, I'm gonna be using the Guga sauce because I thought it was really the best one. And then I'm gonna be using 3 types of cheese, regular cheddar, American processed cheese, and then the Babish freakish looking cheese that we made, but which was actually really nice and tasty. So we're gonna cook this in a stainless steel pan since we're feeling fancy. Get a nice sear on the burger, cook it for a few minutes, flip, and then baste with butter, garlic, and thyme. Cook through until your favorite doneness. Make sure to rest it. Finally, some tomatoes, yes! Make sure to salt these and then put it all together, and we're also using some lettuce, thank God. I kind of forgot to melt the cheese on this one, so I'll just add it last minute and torch it. At one time in the early 2000s to 2010s, these were the types of burgers that you would see in most restaurants because people felt like you could make regular burgers at home, but if you were going to go to a restaurant, you wanted something really hefty. So 200 to 250 grams of meat in a burger is a lot. But the problem with these burgers is they take a while to make, obviously, and they're not as easy to eat. And that's why I think a lot of people have gone to smash burgers, because they're just as tasty and much easier to make and eat. Let's bite this, look at that. Look how juicy that is. Still nice and pink and juicy inside. I mean, this is a mess to eat, but it definitely feels the most premium out of the whole bunch. So if I were to choose kind of like my favorite one, it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna give this one to Joshua's burger. I feel like the edge, the crispiness, the onions, the simplicity of it kind of make a lot of sense. This is also using his technique. Honestly, I don't taste the butter, like the basting with the butter and the thyme and garlic. I feel like it's lost in the sauce, as it were. So I definitely think this more simple burgers are usually the best ones, and his smash burger is really good, but they're all really tasty. I think if I had to rank them, I don't want to get angry fans out here, but I would put Joshua number 1, Guga number 2, Babish is last. And I'm gonna put mine last so no one gives me shit. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.